What's up, guys? Just hanging out in the garage tonight. It's cold outside. The weather's nasty, snow, rain, getting ready to start freezing. Kind of got me thinking about, you know, getting your own car ready for winter. Being prepared for, inclement weather and accidents, and heaven forbid, a breakdown, especially out in the middle of nowhere. I like to make sure I got, a extra jacket or a coat, some gloves, and a blanket. And get yourself a little jump box or jumper cables. That way, if you got to jump start the car, because when it's cold outside, if you've got a marginal battery, it's not going to be happy. Especially like if you work at night and you go out to get in the morning to go to work or go home rather. Yeah, it's not going to be happy, that's for sure. Make sure you top off all your fluids. Make sure your antifreeze is good. If you have any question about the battery, thinking, oh man, that thing's like 3 years old. If it's more than 3 years old, you really want to go to the parts house and get it checked out, or go to your local garage and get it checked out. A lot of them will check them for free for you, and they'll check all your fluids and stuff. Have them test your antifreeze, make sure it's good. Get your windshield wipers checked, make sure your heat's working good. Make sure your washer fluid's full. Make sure you got plenty of gas in the car. Don't run it low, especially this time of year. Well, any time of the year, the car should have more than a quarter tank of gas in it, because the fuel pumps are in the tank, and the fuel is actually what cools the motor on the fuel pump. So especially in the summertime, you don't want to do that, because man, you throw cold gas in a hot gas tank on a hot fuel pump, it just locks it up if it's anywhere marginal. I always try and tell my customers to keep at least a quarter tank of gas in the vehicle at all time. I mean, I know it's hard, because gas isn't cheap. I mean, it costs a lot less right now than it did a couple years ago, but still, I know this time of year everybody's budget's kind of short. But yeah, you just need to be prepared for something happening. If you break down, you're going to want to get, I would get one of these. You can buy these little roadside service kits, online or in the big box stores, or maybe get yourself a little basic tool set. Throw some blankets in the car, an extra pair of shoes and socks in case you got to get out and change a tire. Your feet are going to be all wet. Just mainly, just be prepared for anything happening. Like the old saying goes, if you're prepared for it, it won't happen. If you're not prepared for it, look out. So, yeah, it kind of came across my mind. I was outside the other day working with my son in the cold, because we can't get anything in the garage right now anyway. But yeah, it's pretty rough when it's cold outside. Your hands freeze up. When you get old like me, your joints get all achy and gross. But stuff just doesn't like to cooperate as well as it does when it's warm outside. So yeah, just make sure you got some flares, and maybe some kitty litter for traction. Just be prepared. And even the kitty litter in the back of the car will help keep the car on the road a little bit. It'll be a little bit more extra weight in the back of the vehicle. So yeah, a lot of places you may need tire chains, if the weather gets real bad, and kind of practice putting those on. Get your tires checked, make sure they're good. If they need rotated, get them rotated. You can do that at your local garage also, or do it yourself. Just check the tread depth. The old penny trick is you take the penny and you stick it in there, and if you can see the top of Lincoln's head, then the tires need to be replaced. If not, you're good, unless you've seen any dry rots or cords hanging out, or anything of that nature, knots in the side, because cold weather will do that too. So just make sure you get everything checked out and ready to go. Make sure you get all your lights checked, in case you're on the side of the road and you got your flashers on, your emergency flashers on, everybody can see you. Make sure you have, just make sure all your lights are working. That's another thing, because most of the time you break down, it's going to be at night, and you know you're going to want to be seen for sure. I'm kind of rambling, but you know, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what all you're going to need in case something does happen. So, but you know, hey, get out there and fix something.